So what are some
Right.
of those challenges from a culture point of view that you see that keep popping up, that even if you put them down, they keep popping up again and again?
I think more than popping up over and over, I think what really happens is when you're in a growth phase, the rate at which people start hiring, the rate at which people start getting added to your org keep increasing.
Hmm.
So what really happens is, to start with, you have 10 people in a company and you are adding one person. So 10 people influence one person. Then 15 people influence 5 people. Then 20 influence for 4 people. And it keeps growing, but eventually it gets to a stage where the number of people who have joined the org in the last 6 months is lot higher than the number of original people, where you've had spent a lot of, again, blood, sweat, and tears in inculcating the philosophy and the way you function. So I think that is very hard, because what's happened now is suddenly it's not even a 1:1. For every one employee who has been with you for more than a year or to 18 months, which is the amount of time I think it takes for you to actually understand how an organization functions, you have people who have, your 2 or 3 employees have joined in the last 12 months. And that is very tricky. So you have to keep over communicating. I think as a leader, my philosophy has always been to massively over communicate. At the sound of being repetitive and pedantic, I love to keep on saying the same thing over and over. It's like sometimes it's like a television commercial, right? If you're watching any sports, you'll see the same ad over and over. Why is there so much? Why is there so much exposure to you? Because eventually they want to drill it into your head. I think it's really imperative that as a leader you have to be able to do that. So I think as you're growing, you will experience that, right? And like you said, it keeps popping up over and over. You will start seeing that, oh, I thought I'd already explained that this is how things are done here. How come this did not get translated? And then you realize you have said it only 3 times. Maybe you needed to say it 5 more times. And that's really what I do in our all hands meetings, senior staff meetings, etc., etc. I keep saying it over and over, and that's really how you treat it. Just keep over communicating.
Yeah, yeah. I think you have touched on something which a lot of people face, because I do see a lot of leaders, or I speak with a few leaders who, if they look at their workforce, like it's like in the last 12 months, 50% of people have joined. And at one end, you get to lose that sense of who is this person? And earlier, I used to know everybody, and now it's like we're getting a bit disconnected. But many times, people also get disconnected from the vision, from why are we here? And I don't know if you are remote or how are you managing that, but can you share what, apart from communicating or over communicating, what other deliberate activities are you doing, especially as you grow, so that people stay together, connected by a vision, connected by why are we here, and also supporting each other, right? Not just like working in silos, but actually coming in, can I help you? Can I be of help? Something like that.
Yeah, that's a good question. And I think it's hard. I think I'm still in the journey of discovery. I don't know if I have very specific, I don't know if I have very specific tactical insights on what will drive it. I think one fundamental philosophy that I follow is radical candor, in the sense that I'm very transparent and open about everything. I encourage people to ask questions, and I encourage people to ask me any question about anything about the company, and I'll be happy to tell you what's our revenue, what's our numbers, what is this, what is that, where are we sucking, where are we doing well, so on and so
Mm,
forth. The way that helps in binding people together is basically it encourages a sense of transparency around all communication. Marketing is not closed off. Marketing and sales is not closed off. Each person is ready to open up. And I have seen that culture trickles downwards, and that openness tends to create a certain binding factor which didn't really exist before if everybody was working on their own silos. So that has helped and is helping quite a lot in the way we essentially build this cross-border team, right? We have people in India, we have people in the US, we have people in Philippines, and I'm sure we'll have people in other parts of the world too. And to be able to get all of them together under one roof virtually essentially means you use information and communication to make that happen.